Hey everybody, so in this video we're going to be building an overworld map from scratch using the RPG WorldBuilder app. You can build a overworld or dungeon map using a procedural generation method, or you can build them from scratch. Either way, you can go back in after the map is built and you can begin to modify and manipulate and switch out tiles and information. But the focus on this video is going to be specifically on building a map from scratch and then linking a build to that. And I'm going to show you how to do that right now. So we're going to go into maps. We are going to create a new map, and we're going to call this map, for simplicity, we're just going to call it Overworld. Our note is going to be it's small, because it is small. Here you see size. These are how many tiles the maps have. You'll notice that they're all perfect squares. So like a 9 tile map would be a 3x3. A 36 tile map would be a 6x6. This is probably going to change in the beta, in the public release. But for now, that's what these numbers mean. So we're going to do a small map because we want our video to be pretty short. So it's going to be a 3x3 map. We want it to be an overworld map. I've already recorded and made available videos showing the dungeon creation process. So for this one, we're just doing an overworld. We want this from scratch, and then we're going to select some biomes. These aren't like super important right now, but we're going to select them anyway. Let's make this guy mountains. Okay, so our map name's Overworld. We're going to save this. It says Overworld created. That just happens to be the name of our map. It would say that regardless. And then we're going to go in here and select Overworld from the drop-down menu. Now I'm going to load this map. And what you see is we have a 3x3 map here, and it's completely blank. So our job at this point is to go in and begin modifying each of these tiles to build our map. So we just click on it, and then we can go in here. And you can see we can change the name of the tile, we can change the biome, we can change the weather, we can add descriptors. But for right now, what we want to do on each of these is just change the biome tile. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to change these tiles on top to mountains. So you can see the tiles change there. I'm going to save that. And I'm going to go in here and I'm going to change this one to mountains. So I'm going to save that. And then I'm going to go in here and I'm going to change this other top tile to mountains as well. So for these middle tiles, I'm going to do plains, and I think I'll do plains and wastelands. So I'm just going to switch these up. And what I'm trying to show you is just how kind of fast and easy it is to go through here and to build a quick little map with very little effort. To get the basics of it down. So we'll save that, and then I'm going to make all of these on the bottom. I'm going to make all of these wastelands. I think I mentioned in other videos, right now we're using a limited tile set. In the future we'll have more biomes like forests and deserts and that sort of thing, and those are going to be available in the beta release actually. But on top of that, we're going to have variations in each of the biome tiles, so you're not going to just see the same tile repeated over and over. It just gives it a little bit of it makes the map a little more fun to look at. If you notice that these wasteland tiles have changed. So there's our basic overworld map that we just put together. So we've got some mountains, and now what you could do is, if you wanted, you could go into each of these tiles and long hold on the image and go in and change each of these elements. Like maybe I'll change that to rain. Okay, and then we could add notes, descriptors, and we could even change the name of the tile itself. What I would like to show you that you can do with these maps is I'm going to show you how you can link encounters and builds and other elements to the tile itself. So we're going to pick this plains tile here on the second row in the middle, and what I want to do is I'm going to add a note, and then I'm going to go over here to this menu where we can add encounters, treasures, and builds, and I'm going to add a build, and I'm going to show you how to do that and explain it. So I guess first that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to add a build, and what I want to do is I'm going to add some ruins. Right now we just have towns and ruins, but in the beta and the public release we're going to have a bunch more different builds like bridges and towers and castles and all that sort of thing. We're just going to call this Old Ruins, and we're going to keep it Ruins. Our descriptions, or we're going to call it Old, and let's do Overgrown. And then for the last one, let's just say that it's haunted. Alright, so we have those in there. And then for a note, we're just going to put danger. And you could, again, put whatever you want in for these. We're just putting these in for now. So we've created our old ruins. We have our icon of what type of build it is. And then we have our descriptors and our note. We're going to save that. And nothing has changed on this page, but what we've done is we've created a build and we've added it to our database so that we can take that build or that treasure or that encounter, and we don't have to recreate it every time we want to attach it to a specific map tile. We can just create a link and link that entry in the database to that particular tile. And now I'm going to show you how you can do that. So we're going to go over here and we're going to make a note. So we're going to add a note. And we're going to say, there are ruins here. And once we're done with that, we're just going to save it. So now you'll see that down here it says notes, and then there are ruins here. We're going to long hold on that. And there's this button out here, it says add link. So we're going to add link, and then it says select type, so that we're going to look at this drop down menu. We want to add our build that we created, which were the old ruins, so we're going to select that. And then we have this drop down list here as well. So you'll see there's two old ruins. I think I added another one previously, but we're just going to select one of these, and then we're going to save it here. So it's saved, and then we just save that, and now we've added a tile or a location to this tile, and it's called Old Ruins. So if we click on that, then it will come up and show this icon and allow us to go in and change these elements just like we would on something else. We can change the descriptors. This is one from a previous one I made. That's why there's these letters in there. But normally it would just be a blank tile. But then what you can do with this is say that, okay, so on this plains tile here, there's these old ruins that are located in it. And so maybe in these ruins, we even have something like, there's this link that says GH, which was just filler text. But maybe we want to add a map to that, and maybe in that map is a dungeon. So maybe it's this dungeon Skull Mountain. And so we save that, and then we go back. And now, in this ruins, if say you explore the ruins, and then you go and like there's this dungeon under there, you can click on that. And then it's going to take you into that dungeon that you've already created that was already in the database. So essentially what we have is this overworld map, and then there's this tile where there's these grassy plains, and on these plains there's some old ruins, and beneath the old ruins we have this dungeon which was called Skull Mountain. Again, this is just a demonstration of how you can create a overworld map from scratch, how you can edit and add information to the tiles, how you can link database objects to those tiles, and how you can nest maps or other links or information into those tiles that have already been nested, allowing you to basically make maps as complex as you want and to create these seamless worlds, and to do it all on your Android mobile device. Okay, so I hope this was an interesting and pretty straightforward demonstration of what this element of the app has the ability to do. I hope you enjoyed watching, and I hope that you also check out our other videos that we have on the RPG WorldBuilder, because the app does a lot of stuff and it's flexible, and I think it would make your gaming experience, it would just add something to it and make it a more fun, interesting experience. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.